Helping me close the show tonight, an inventor, an entrepreneur, and a barbecue and grilling fan. He also went to the MBBQA conference a week or so ago, and we will talk a little bit about that as well. But let's go to the Fogo Charcoal Hotline and welcome back the creator of the Perfect Draft BBQ Blower. Stephen Thibodeaux joins me. Tib, what's up?
Hey, not much, Greg.
Steve, appreciate you joining me. I didn't know if you were aware or not, but you are now 3 of 4 guests named Steve or Steven tonight. How about that?
That's awesome.
Stephen Thibodeaux. We had Steve Lulos from Veterans Q ahead of you. Of course, some guy named Stephen Reichland led the show out. So,
I know.
The second guest was a female, so the odds of her name being Steve were probably very slim.
Yeah.
But now, hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I think that was a Meatloaf song, if I'm not incorrect. I know I'm actually incorrect, but whatever. So before we get into the updates of the Perfect Draft tonight, Stephen, let's talk about the 2019 NBBQA event that you attended in Kansas City. I guess, high level, what were your 2 or 3 big takeaways from the event, either positive or negative?
Well, the event was held in Kansas City this year,
Yep.
and it was a very nice event. I mean, they really put on a good presentation. The awards dinner banquet was really nice. A big turnout. I think pretty much all the people, about 90% of the people who won awards at the banquet, actually was there to receive their award, which was pretty good. And, they put on a really professional show, really nice event.
So do you learn anything from, those 3 or 4 days that you're there that you like, hey, I'm going to apply those things directly to the Perfect Draft business as we go forward?
Yes, I mean, I talked to a lot of different people who have different style barbecue pits, offset smokers, these vault smokers. So there were a very array of different smokers and different styles of cooking, barbecuing.
So does this, is that opening up new channels for you that you hadn't really considered the blower for, or you knew they could work, you were just looking for a door in?
Well, yeah, absolutely. By looking at the different style smokers and pits that they were using, it got my mind working on what type of adapters we needed to actually work with their smokers. And now our unit is very flexible as far as working with a lot of different smokers out there.
Stephen Thibodeaux joining me here on the show, and the website is theperfectdraft.com if you want to check it out here while we're talking and closing out the show this evening. So from a breakout session, Stephen, were there any that you attended specifically that you are looking forward to?
Yeah, the main thing we went for, Greg, was the actual award ceremony because we knew that we placed within anywhere from 3rd to 5th position is what they sent us an email about. Last year, we placed 1st, of course.
Yep.
This year, we came in 5th, and this is a little certificate here. So we took 5th place this year, which was cool.
Yep.
It was nice. And had the pleasure of meeting Myron Mixon, took a picture with him, Meathead, Hayward, Harris. I mean, different people, barbecue celebrities and legends. So that was neat.
So, I mean, is that the best part of the week for you? I mean, obviously the business and make contacts, networking is huge. That's probably why you go first and foremost. But meeting those people that you had mentioned and probably a bunch of other ones, is that like the best part of the week for you from a fanboy standpoint?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the best part. And tasting all the different barbecue. Tasting the different varieties of barbecue out there, that was a high point, as well as making contact with all the different people in the industry. So it was cool.
So will you go to Louisville next year and do MBBQA 2020?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now I'm in the swing of it. Our company is doing well. We're making a lot of new contacts. We're trying to get in some brick and mortar stores now. This is our 3rd year. So the more contacts we make, the more business we'll have.
Let's talk a little bit about the Perfect Draft. And as I had mentioned to Stephen Reichland about his new barbecue book, let's go ahead and kind of recap if somebody's just joining us for the first time or they're just finding the show on podcast and haven't gone back through all the substantial archives. Let's do a quick recap on the unit and specifically what it's made for.
So basically, the unit is right behind me here. And the unit is made for offset smokers, vault smokers, barrel drum smokers, and is very versatile. It actually has a switch for automatic mode. You put your temperature probe in here. It's rechargeable up to 17 hours on a single charge. Wow. We also have a new adapter here, a hook, that's universal, where a person doesn't have to do any drilling in their smokers. These two pieces of metal sandwiches in between on the firebox doors. And then from there, you've got the adapter that snaps on. And, you know, it works. It's very handy. So it's universal. It works on various types of smokers, and we're steady making different versions. We have a version 5 that's not even out yet. And, you know, I can't wait to get it to the public and let everyone see it.
Are there huge revisions to that one compared to some of the other ones? Is that like, you know, going from a 3GS Apple phone to an iPhone 4, or just kind of incremental updates?
It's incremental updates, but as well, the heart and soul of the whole device is the circuit board. So we're making huge modifications to the circuit board. Also, we're going to make a cover over the control panel. So it'll be a cover that protects it from any water.
Yep.
So it'll be waterproof. And, you know, it's some major electronic upgrades on it.
Stephen Thibodeaux joining me here on the show from Perfect Draft. Is there a cooker that you find that product really shines on? I mean, certainly it's versatile and you can put it on a bunch of different ones, but is there one that might stand out a little bit more above?
Well, you know, I think you have a Lang 84, and it works great with the Langs. The old smokers that are out there, the Oklahoma Joes, it works great with it. But honestly, Greg, I mean, it works absolutely great on any backyard barbecue as well as the professional competition style. The unit is very versatile, and you know, I don't think there's another unit out on the market that is particularly like ours. So we're pretty proud of it. And one thing I'm pretty proud of here is this. So we've got it patented this year, and it's actually trademarked, and that was a big accomplishment. So we're looking to possibly get with other businesses out there, and like I said, get into a lot of brick and mortar stores now. So that's our goal.
From a revisions standpoint, obviously, I think I probably had one of the original type barbecue blowers, and then you just recently sent me a different one, which I'm going to be hoping to get to use here over the next couple weeks and give you a full review off air, of course. But how much does that one that you had just sent me differ from that original one? Is that going back to, again, different circuitry and brains and stuff, or were there other hardware modifications?
Yeah, so pretty much like you said, the circuit board, the brains of it is an upgrade, as well as the actual adapter. And I'm going to pull it out real quick. So the adapter that I sent you is a 2-part adapter. So you can connect it to your smoker like this, and this would be the smoker side, and the blower would be on this side. And then it can come apart, and if you take it apart, you could put the flex hose here in between, and you could get it out of the weather and move it anywhere you want. So I think I sent you all of that.
Nice. So the flex hose is not a accessory piece that comes with the kit.
Well, the standard version only comes with the adapter that I showed right here.
Okay.
But as an accessory, you could get the flex hose And the flex hose is just an extra piece where if you want to move the blower out of the weather, this thing stretches out to like 5.5, 6 feet.
Wow.
So if it's raining, you don't have to keep it on the firebox door. And also, this universal hook is an accessory as well.
Okay, and then I guess just for people that are asking, you got some pretty high-powered, heat-resistant magnets that are on the front side of that blower that attach itself.
Right, correct. So originally, the original design, they just connected magnetically to the firebox doors. But you have some large smokers, generates a lot of heat, so that's why we have the metal adapter now.
All right, so what are we looking at? Standard issue, I got a Close, I got a Gator, I got a Lang, you name it. What are we looking at from a price point, and what am I getting in that box?
Price point is averaging around $240. In that box, you're getting a charger, you're getting a temperature probe, you're getting the two-way adapter, you're getting the blower, and that comes for $240. And there's some other accessories that you could, get a bag and other things as well. That'll bump the price up to $260.
When you get it out of the box, how long do you got to charge it for initially before you can use it?
You could use it right out of the box. I mean, it comes where it's maybe 3/4 of the way charged up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to, probably charge it up for an hour and it'll be at its maximal capacity.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you about is in terms of battery. Is this something that over the life of the charge, you need to let it go from like 100% down to where it can't even muster a spin, and then you can recharge it again? I guess, in other words, is there a memory to this battery, or do you not have to worry about, charging it every so often and then not being able to fulfill a full charge when you want it to?
No, you don't have to worry about memory life on the battery as far as where it was last charged to. Actually, if the battery is going down and you have an outlet nearby, you could plug it up, charge it while you're using it. And it works just fine. It doesn't damage the battery or anything. The one thing you can't do is if you lose the charger, don't just pick up a charger from your next electronic and plug it in, because that's not going to work.
Stephen, from a demo standpoint, obviously you can go onto YouTube, you can go onto your website and check out all the videos that you have up there to kind of get a how-to. But is there any kind of a return policy that you have, so if somebody buys it and it just doesn't seem to work out for them, that you honor?
Absolutely. Hey, it's a money back guarantee. If you decided, you take it out the box, you look at it and think, I don't really need this, you can return it and you'll get your money back. If you hooked it up and you tried it out once and it's not damaged or anything, there's a 14-day return policy on it, and you'll get your 100% money back.
Are there any other products that you're working on that would either work in concert or just be something different that would be under the company umbrella?
Well, mainly to adapt the blower to various types of smokers. There's so many different air openings on these smokers. I mean, you can't cover them all. So we're just looking at trying to get the majority of them where we adapt to them without people having to make modifications to their smokers.
Would you be looking at or maybe did you go to HPBA Expo this year in Dallas?
You know what? I didn't get the opportunity to go to that expo, but I wanted to, but we missed it. Yeah.
So is that something you might be looking at for 2020 then?
Absolutely. We're gonna hit the big expos, trade shows. We're going to get out there and really get exposure to try to meet more companies.
Stephen Thibodeaux is the creator of a product called the Perfect Draft BBQ Blower. You can find them at the website perfectdraft.com. Search them on YouTube, all sorts of great videos and success stories. And obviously, I am a champion of this product as well. Stephen, always appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, Greg, and it's nice talking to you, buddy. You take care.
All right, you too. There he is.
All right.
Fresh from the 2019 MBBQA, you probably saw Sean Walchef win his 2019 Best Barbecue Podcast Award.